What up? What up? It's your boy Ljay Brown.
And this no nickname Jude.
And this is the Kicback, man. We live each and every Saturday, man. Obviously, you know, if y'all can tell, this end of the table is a little more cuter this morning.
He said more cuter
than what we normally have over
Looks
there.
a little different
you know
than
but anyway, you know what I mean?
Smell a little different than
Right. Yeah, it's a little different.
Like flowers and tropical.
Than it normally is, man. But anyway, Fleas couldn't be with us this morning, but he gonna holler at y'all next week.
Shout out to Fleas. We miss you, bro.
So we gonna start all the way to the far right. We got Miss Casey here, and then we have Miss Tabitha here. And I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves. You know what I mean? Tell everybody, let everybody know what y'all got going on. Then we get into, you know, I think once they introduce yourselves, then y'all gonna already be able to tell why we got them on this morning. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves in your own way. Let the people know who y'all are, where they can find y'all, and then we gonna get right into it.
What your name is, where you be.
So my name is Casey Cooper. I'm the owner of NACE Incorporated, which is a federal contracting firm. We do construction projects for the government. And then I own the Compass Circle, which is a very large social media company. And I teach small businesses and women-owned businesses and minority companies how to get government contracts.
Claps.
That sounds like a whole script. Like she gonna say that again today, 3-4 more times somewhere else.
Right.
She got the
So
interviews
now I have
lined
to
up.
follow that up.
Right.
She had a perfect spell.
Yeah, like that's her first one.
Questions about all that too. Okay, Tyler, what we got?
Okay, guys, so my name is Tabitha Darrell. I'm going to try to follow that up. I am a CDC owner, which is a child day center. It's a preschool located in Virginia Beach. I have the capacity to do 2.5 to 5-year-old children, and we are a STEM-based program, and I'm also a realtor with one of the top producing companies in the area, the Real Estate Group.
Claps.
Yeah.
Claps. So, Jude, they got a lot going on.
Yeah.
As y'all can see, they got a lot going on.
We're also mothers. I'm sorry.
And
then-
we're also
okay.
real sisters. Did we say
Real
that?
sisters.
Real sisters.
Same mother, same father.
We still shooting with that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
We live, baby. Yeah.
We live.
We good to go now, Potts?
So
go ahead.
So like what's a typical day like for like an entrepreneur / mother / realtor / online, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what's a day like for you? A productive day, you know, not like, you know, a chill Saturday.
I'll go first this time since you stole my thunder last time. A productive day for me would be waking my children up
Hey,
at
y'all can
5
go ahead
a.m.
and listen. I know I'm cutting you off, but y'all can go ahead and, you know, I know y'all got the little sibling thing.
Oh no, like we've been
really
here 5
don't.
minutes. Oh,
This
no,
is really my best
it's gonna
friend.
come out.
This is my best
Oh, no,
best
This is
it's
friend.
really my
coming.
best friend,
Yeah.
so it's really no
I
issues.
mean, I be seeing y'all on IG, y'all sister this, sister that, sister.
Yeah,
I mean,
we love
I-
each
you
other.
know,
It's
but,
really
you know,
a tribe of love.
It is.
Okay, so I just want
Yeah,
to know,
it
you know,
is.
y'all family, so y'all do whatever y'all got to do down there.
No, this is what we really do. So I'll
Okay.
just plug myself back in.
Oh.
So me and my 3 children, I wake my 2 youngest ones up. They also attend my preschool. We wake up at about 5 a.m. We get into my center at about 6 a.m. where we wait for children to arrive. Then I have staff that come in, and then I might go out and get some supplies for the day, or I might show a client a house, doing a home inspection. I usually come back in around lunchtime where our food is catered every day by Skip. He is, yeah. And this is no plug for Skip. Skip actually has some amazing food.
really
I
does.
actually got introduced to him because my sister eats fish tacos like every single day. He is located off of Dahlia Drive by Green Run 2. You're welcome, Skip. And his food is really great, though. So he caters our preschool, and he makes their food fresh from scratch every day. So anyways, I come in about that time. By the time I come in, then the kids go down for nap. I usually do some marketing on the internet, and then we close
Marketing.
at 6.
I'm sorry, like
After-
marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing, yeah, like, 'cause, like I'm gonna forget all my questions. So like we say, so marketing, just and then we can jump back into it. So like,
yeah.
what kind of marketing would you do, like for your daycare? Like, so when you say marketing for your real estate, like
Right. Well, I'm going to be honest. I am bad at marketing because I feel a bit old school, and I feel like personal connections are way better than,
Okay.
just doing things online. But from what I have heard and just holding myself accountable, I haven't been that well. Facebook is a huge demographic for young moms, especially with kids. So we have like an Instagram page, Little Achievers VB.
Okay,
Follow that,
okay.
please. And I've been doing, of course, like marketing material, but I really haven't dug into the marketing like I should, to be honest.
So after your marketing is done, you plug it right back in.
Yeah, after marketing is done, it's time for the kids to get back up. And like I said, they play until about 6. After that, my son is in AAU and in other sports, so then I rush him to practice. I usually go to the YMCA and work out, put my kids in childcare until he gets out at about 8:30. And then once he gets home at 8:30, I wash everyone up, put them in bed, and I pass out.
At 9
that was-
And
o'clock.
that's a real no
And that would be
before
facts.
9, and that's a real day for me. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. My day's a little bit different.
Miss Cooper, like, what's your day like?
I'm gonna be honest.
You doing a podcast?
No,
I
sir.
watch you. I see you.
No.
You be on the beach.
I pass her every morning,
Yeah.
dropping the kids
Yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah.
Well, it depends. Are we
Alright.
on summer or are we on school?
Well, I'm saying
Yeah,
like a
that's true.
productive, you know what I'm saying? Like a productive good day where you get, you know, like some work stuff done as well too, you know.
Well, I get work done every day. I work a little bit different
Okay.
because I don't really work hard. I work smart.
Okay.
And
I
I don't
like
think
that.
a lot of us are accustomed to doing that because I have large companies that work for me.
Sure.
So I don't have to really do much.
Mm-hmm.
Once I put my project together, it's done. So I pretty much just get into my health and wellness every day. You know, get up and meditate.
Yeah.
You
Because mental
know.
health is very important too. Because
It
you got to
is.
think, as a
Yeah.
business owner having children, that's a lot of stress. So even sometimes just investing and taking an hour out to put your kids in childcare or going to the YMCA can really save you from all the stress that's going on. Because you know you have to either let your business run you or or run your business. It's one or the other.
Did I cut you off? Or
I apologize.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
I'm talking
There,
about.
there,
That what I want
big
to
sister.
say.
right there, there you go.
No, I'm playing, but I mean, really, like I might get up, go to the gym, get in the hot tub. I do a lot of self care every
Okay.
day because I have big decisions to make.
Yeah.
Like today,
Yeah.
I don't want to, talk about it too soon, but I got a really big job today, a really
Okay.
big job. So I'm gonna celebrate, but I just I might do a
Congratulations.
couple.
Yeah,
Thank you. I might do a
congratulations.
couple coaching sessions with people. I don't do more than 2 a day though, because I don't like to. I think that when you are bogged down and you're stressed out, you're gonna sow that into your work, and I don't like to sow bad seeds into my work.
Right.
So I just, work smart. And I free flow every day. I might go to the beach. I might go to the pool. I get with her. I get with my mom. But when school is in, it's different. I mean, y'all know our kids
right,
go to school
right.
together. So it's really just about the kids, getting them to and from. But I really do try to.
Don't that time go by fast?
It,
too?
oh, my God. 3 o'clock
It's like,
comes
bro,
so
I
fast.
just dropped you off.
It's like 2 o'clock
I just
already.
dropped you off. Literally 5
Well,
minutes
I'm
ago, I
with my
just
kids
dropped
all
you
day,
off.
so
You like
I'm
being
sure
with
that's
your
the
kids
really.
all
I
day,
love
though.
being with my kids though, but I'm sure that is a good feeling too. But
Yeah.
I like being with my children all day, which is why I
You
did my
do.
center.
See, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't mind being with the kids neither.
Oh,
yeah.
But you have to have a certain patience.
Yeah,
and a
all
certain
day.
Our
Like,
kids
they
are
work on my
small, too.
patience,
It's
too,
different.
Yeah, I have a 3 and a 4-year-old, so you have to definitely have a different patience. But you know what means a lot to me? The fact that your children want your attention and you know what I mean? It's like no
Yeah.
matter how you could be tired, your kids just want you to give them your undivided attention. So, I mean,
I'm not about that life.
Right.
I'm not going to work
She
me to
said,
death all day. Like,
Go sit down somewhere.
Right.
go sit down somewhere.
And so that's probably, lends into why you own a daycare center,
Oh, yeah,
right? Because you
wow.
obviously
Yeah.
love being
She
around
loves
the kids.
kids.
yeah.
And
I didn't
Like,
think
for
I did,
real.
but when it
She
came
loves
time
kids
to
for
choosing
real.
between my next field, which I want to go to law school,
Mm-hmm.
and staying with my children longer, it wasn't really a difficult decision. Because like I said, I have an older child, and I'm sure you guys know with smaller kids too. I mean, that time just flies by. I'm sure
Right.
everyone can remember your kid is 1, and then they're 5,
Right.
and then they're
Right.
10, and then they're 15. Like I was just talking to you guys about
KJ
before we
7
started.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
7 already?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Wow.
yeah, and just think about how much
Wow.
of a blessing it is to be in his, in his life so,
On a daily
on a
basis,
daily
yeah.
basis
Right.
like that. So.
Yeah. So listen, tell me, are you still accepting kids right now? How do people, enroll their kids if you are? And tell us a little bit about how people can get enrolled in your school and all that sort of thing.
Well, one thing you can do is always stop by. We're located at 1591 Dahlia Drive. That is Suite 102. You can call. Our number is 757-301-3903. We have a website, littleachieversvb.com. So we just offer a lot of different ways. You can always stop in and see us. We're a STEM-based preschool, so we do have lesson plans. Our children learn Zumba. They learn Spanish. They go on field trips. We have a library
See?
outreach program with the Joint Use Library. We just left from the fire station, so we do a lot of things with the children.
And y'all licensed?
Yes, we are licensed. We have a social service subsidy, which is for qualifying low-income families. We are Child Care Aware approved, which is a subsidy for military families, and of course, this is a huge military presence. And that's about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
about
she-
it.
Listen,
Oh,
she-
and we're open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Right. So she real hands-on, y'all, as y'all can see.
very
She with
hands-
the kids every day.
Oh, our volume is 19, so we don't have a huge capacity. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
very personalized touch. Our staff, they all have their degrees in early childhood education. Yeah, we are
Yeah.
ready to go. So bring your kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, y'all with it.
She just went into the new building. I know I was following y'all on social media. I mean, she in there with hammers in hand and, doing all the painting and all that. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But everything is up, ready to go. We're receiving kids. It's a beautiful center. Like I said, you can go to my
is.
site, you can go to my Instagram and see the pictures. They're real live pictures too, because I know they look so amazing. You might think they're stock photos, but they're not.
And so, Casey, tell us a little bit, because I know I be seeing you go online. I like the fact that you go online and you be trying to educate people in how to, get business deals done and get certain contracts and all that sort of thing. So how can people follow you? How can people get involved with your company or whatever it is you got going on?
So I'm on social media. It's at the Compass Circle, like a compass. We're on Facebook, Compass Circle, and we're just, out here. We're running mentorship programs. I have a trucking program right now. A lot of us just don't even know that this stuff is happening every day. I mean, case in point, there are contracts literally where you can have a Catholic rabbi on a base, or 5 of them, or you can have 12 bases where you have a minister of music, Methodist rabbis, and we're not talking about $100, $200. We're talking about, in the millions, but we don't know about it. So for me, it's just about educating, our people to do better and to, get what we deserve. So
We have a question.
everybody can come. Everybody. If you are a melanated person or you are a woman, you are a minority. And so I can definitely point you in the right direction to help you. Just work smarter and not harder. We're used to a lot of business to business, doing business with one another. This is like on steroids. This is like, this is my contract, and I'm hiring a large company bigger than me to go do the work.
Right.
So at that level, what are you doing? You're not really, micromanaging them because they're larger than you. So I really have a lot of time on my hands to just, get into other things or not educate. So,
yeah, she does. She does. She definitely
I
has.
like
I've seen her
that.
plenty of
Yeah.
times get on
Yeah, I
and
really
tell
like
people,
that.
listen, come on, I'm going to tell y'all how to
Big
do this,
bags.
all this small business stuff.
Big bags.
And look, and she doing it too. Like, I ain't lying. Like, she'll post her checks.
I post my
She
stuff.
posts her checks, and I ain't even going to
She
get
better
it.
than me. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna-
like, she better than me.
I ain't even gonna get into the mouse, but obviously she disclosed them
I don't know.
online, so I'm just
Yeah.
saying. But she posts her checks, so like I
post my
know
stuff.
she ain't.
Yeah, I ain't making this
I wouldn't
up.
have them up here if they won't. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, as y'all can see now that we get into it now. Like I say, I ain't had to introduce them. Like now y'all can see why we have them on. We got 2 single mothers here. That's doing big things out here. You know what I mean? And so you got to big up your people and get an opportunity to share their wealth, which they do anyway online and all that sort of thing. So anything else y'all want? Let's get into something fun.
Well, before we
got
go there,
something
man, I'd ask one more serious question.
what you
How did y'all get started in that though? And
You better
I'm
go
an
first.
entrepreneur as well, and a lot of times like you start working for yourself because you almost had to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't make that choice.
Yeah.
Force
You
them
know,
to.
you kind of
Failing
force it where
forward.
where somewhere you can't get a job or somewhere for whatever reason. But so tell us why and how y'all chose the route of now working a 9 to 5, which is nothing wrong with working. I work a regular desk job, so nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So how'd y'all take that path?
I'll go first. I want to say there's definitely, like you said, nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. I mean, all of us have at one point. What got me in it was I split from my kid's father, and I found myself just being at home, a mom with 2 children and 1 on the way. And like we all know, the price of childcare is like so high.
Right.
So I was, finding myself trying to debate what I was going to do. How was I going to have 2 children? My children are 12 months apart, mind you. So I was thinking, how was I going to, how was I going to put, put them in childcare, let alone with, the cost of just, no matter what your
Living.
salary is by the time childcare comes
Right,
out, and 2
absolutely.
kids.
Yeah,
which
for
you
2
can-
kids, yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
back
already
at ground
know,
zero
like,
again.
yeah.
So I actually, and this is
Yeah,
a funny story.
we got kids.
I bartered like $125 from my sister. I don't even know if she remembers this.
I remember.
And
to
we
get that
went to the
table.
thrift store
Yeah,
and we got a
that
table. And I was like, sister, I don't have any money for you,
Yeah.
but if I watch your kid. I think
went
I
and got that
watched it for a
table.
little bit. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got the table, so I started putting some tables in my house. I was in a
Wow.
townhouse
She put
then I
that
think,
daycare
yeah.
together
I
in
put
like
the daycare
2
together. I went to
days.
like the dollar store and I
Yeah.
was getting some stuff to put on the walls, and I had did a whole daycare. So I was putting ads on Craigslist, and all of a sudden kids were coming,
Yeah.
and I didn't charge an arm and a leg, but I just charged enough where I could keep my bills going. So for me, it was a great thing. I was able to put myself through school. ODU, criminal justice, and African American studies is my major,
Okay.
double major. So I was able to put myself through school while still being there every day with my kids. And to me, I mean, it was priceless. Just taking them to the park, or taking them on field trips, and being able to be with my kids every day, especially being a single mom.
Right.
And it was just important to me that if a man wasn't going to be in the house, that I was, there all the time. So I just found myself in a position to be blessed enough that I actually wasn't even going to do a child care center, but a space opened up, like literally literally across the street from my house. So my son's school was here, my house is here, and my daycare is here, all in a triangle. So of course it was convenient. So I looked at the rent, and it was, you know, enough that I thought I could make it, and it was actually a daycare already. So it was already zoned, and most of the work I had to do was just aesthetic. So I really was in a fortunate position.
Okay,
That's
well,
good.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a great story. That's why it's interesting to hear people's story from the start like that and kind of hear their journey.
All right, Casey.
How
I know
long-
you're ready
how
to
long
go.
is this
Yeah,
program?
yeah.
How long is this program?
Go
Give us a
ahead.
good detailed
Yeah,
version
go
because
ahead.
you know it's a lot of people out here that's where we are or before where we are and even after where we are. So I think like, you know, a lot of people are interested in hearing about, you know, how y'all black women, y'all mothers, and you know, it don't have to be like a stereotypical where you stuck in one way. You know, so I want them to hear, you know what I'm saying, like you know, like what y'all got going on. You know, what do you do at a daily basis? You know, like what you got, how you get started. So that's why I kind of want to get, you know, in detail about that. So I know Miss Casey, you got a lot going on, like you do too, Miss Tabitha, but I'm curious. I follow you
started,
too, so like I know what you got going on a little bit, but
Yeah.
like give me more than what I see on Instagram.
I was married, and I just wanted to build wealth for my family. So I was like, okay, what can I do that my husband doesn't have to go to school for a long time, but we can make some decent money? And I was like, I'm gonna just get into trucking. And so, you know, typical Negro fashion, he didn't want to get it together, guys. We will leave you. Okay?
Oh
Leave
God!
you.
Did I ask the
We'll
wrong?
have to
Did I
leave
ask the
you.
wrong
That's
question?
wrong question.
Did I ask the wrong
Sorry,
question,
I just
yo?
need to let the people know. So, you know, that's what it was. Like, for me, I'm like, okay, I'm over here building this company, but you playing games.
Yeah.
But I put 12 years in with him. So, I mean, we had all kind of businesses, cleaning franchises, all kind of stuff, moving
truck,
companies.
yep.
I mean, I was popping like,
Well,
we had,
and I will say sorry to cut her
can
off.
you stop cutting me
You
off?
do keep doing that,
I have something
though.
important to say
You
too,
do
though.
keep doing that, though.
Story about your twins.
This is about her one of her
12
businesses
twins.
though. This is actually about one of her businesses though, and actually when we were younger, she had a shoe store, and I was gonna say that
I did have a shoe
exactly,
store.
and that
That's
helped me
right.
with
Sorry,
my
girl.
with my entrepreneur story
girl.
because I remember just being young and just coming in, and she, I
Yup.
mean, it was so dope. She was actually in that shopping center
on Newtown Road.
on Newtown Road, and she had like a shoe
Oh, yeah,
embedded
it
in the
was real,
carpet,
yeah, like,
lips and all that. It was called Sugar Hills, you know, because she loves music too. So I just remember just her
Hills.
getting up and working for herself every
They
day
do
just
be on
stuck
that
out in
music.
my
I'm gonna
mind
get to that.
too.
Remind me of the music, you know what I'm saying? When
So
we come
thank
back.
you. I'm
Remind me
sorry.
about that. I got
Nah,
something
sorry,
to say
so
about
you
that.
didn't
Talk about that one too, because she
Sorry.
had businesses before her husband.
I mean,
too.
I
She
started
did-
in business when I was 15. I had vending machines. So, like, fast forward, and then I had a shoe store. So, fast forward when I got married, I'm like, okay, let me, you know, get this together for my husband.
So business was something that you was gonna always do.
Oh, always. I
Yeah.
started at 15. I had vending machines. So, I was used to making money, and I didn't have to be the one using, you know, making the money. So, I would go get my money, re-up, and just go play, you know. So, I wasn't going to come off that. I'm just not going to come off that. Like, I'm not working hard no more, and I'm not doing the work no more. I can, you know, use my double minority status to put people to work for me.
Exactly.
But anyways, before I was interrupted, so I had to leave my husband. Hey, boo, had to leave him. Had to level up, and I just
I so
started.
mighty.
I did.
Take
I
it
didn't
easy
say
on
that.
him.
Hold
I
up.
didn't say that.
Hold up now.
Take it easy on him.
I don't even know, bro.
I am taking
I'ma
it
say
easy
this
on
part
him. He
out.
doesn't pay me any child support. I'm taking it real easy on him. Sorry.
Moving on.
Hey,
Yeah.
y'all see me
Moving
pulling
on.
up to
Yeah.
our kids' school every day, and I got two kids in private school.
Yeah, I
I'm
see.
here pulling it.
I see.
LJ, don't you see
Morning
me
and
every
evening.
morning? Morning
Yeah.
and
He said
evening.
morning and evening.
That's
And
I
listen,
believe
that
it.
child, that tuition
I
is
believe it.
not
Yeah, the
is a-
private
is a
school is
arm
not
and a leg,
cheap. Hello?
okay?
Nah, I
That
believe it.
tuition is more than most college kids,
Hey,
and I got two of them, so I'm just saying.
okay.
But anyways, you know, he
Moving on.
didn't want to get it together. So, you know, in typical black girl fashion, I had to just figure it out. You know, I was taking every class imaginable. It's a lot of small business resources around here. Y'all need to, like, get in contact with me.
And that's
'cause-
the stuff that she be talking about when
Right.
she do her stuff online. How to do all that.
Yeah, it's like so many resources around here. All these big jobs, these tunnels they're building. That tunnel project is like a $3 billion job. It's a 20% minority goal on that. So do 20% of $3 billion. That's the money that has to be spent with minority companies here in this area. So you be crazy. Like you doing
Right.
HVAC or transportation. Why are you doing it on a small basis where you're trying to get one customer at a time when you can get a whole contract that'll last you 3 or 4 years?
Right.
That's how you really level up. We talk about hustle, hustle, hustle. That's cool in songs, but I'm not trying to hustle, you know, and I don't know where my next meal is coming
Right.
from. So I kept taking a bunch of classes. I kept going to events, outreaches, and I just, you know, kept failing forward. Like I just kept going, I kept going.
failing
And once I
forward.
made about $500,000, I was like, okay, if I did it, I could do it again. And I just kept going. So.
I just say like, where can I sign up at? You know what I'm saying? So
Nah,
Yeah,
and
I
look,
mean-
like I said, and she posts her checks,
I mean,
bro.
listen,
she
I
mad,
post
yeah,
my
she
stuff.
ain't-
Wait
yeah,
till
she post-
later on today what y'all see me post. It went down this morning. Okay.
Yeah, she didn't even tell me yet because she said she
Listen,
was
I
too
couldn't
afraid
talk
to
about it because I would
I'm
cry
too
and I
afraid to
wouldn't
hear
mess
it.
my makeup up.
So
Like, I
just
messed my
here,
makeup
don't
up.
say nothing
Yeah,
about
I
it.
can't say
Yeah,
nothing
don't
about
say
I
nothing
told her don't
about it.
talk
It's
about
gonna
it
Don't
before we
tell
came
nobody.
Yeah, nah,
Oh,
it's
I can
gonna
talk about
happen,
this
though.
stuff. Well, I can talk about it later. Never mind.
No, you can talk about it right now. Like, what you
No,
want
it's
to
just
talk
a
about?
retreat I'm doing, but we'll talk about it
Oh,
later.
yeah. She's
Like,
got an
things are
awesome retreat
popping,
coming
yeah.
up.
It's like a 300-person retreat I'm doing next month. So,
300 person. Like, what's that about?
do y'all know who Ajna Sarai is on the Healing Place on Instagram?
Nah, I don't.
Well, she has a really big following. She teaches about how to heal trauma and spirituality and just, accepting you for who you are. So she invited me to come teach her feelings and finance portion of her healing retreat, which is going to be September 27th through the 29th in Orlando, Florida. So I'm very excited about it.
Oh, okay.
Very
Little
excited.
vacation and
Congrats
work
on
at the
that.
same time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
But to teach people, people don't know about this stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
flying past us. Those lights outside, the street lights, the yellow lines in the road, that's
Sure.
contracts.
Sure.
Somebody's getting paid for that.
Why not be us?
We got to tap in.
Why not be me?
Why not?
Why not be you?
Exactly. Tap in.
Sound like a song.
I mean, so listen, somebody had said, which one of y'all said? Tabitha said that Casey likes music, right?
Oh.
And listen, they do be making me feel bad. This ain't no serious topic or nothing at all. Right? But they'll be on social media, and they playing the music or whatever. You know how you watch my story or whatever. They know like more. I know y'all do the R&B
rap
and all that
songs?
too.
Yeah.
But they know more rap music
'Cause we
and
thugs.
lyrics.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, it make me feel bad as a
thugs.
man.
What are you trying to say?
I
feel
just
bad as a
told
man.
you.
Well, let's do this.
Make me feel
this
bad
why I
as a
gotta
man.
tell
Like,
my
bro, like,
fancy.
how, like, I don't know. Like, I can't go that long. I don't know no more
Well,
words.
some of that has to do with
and all the music,
Well,
I ain't I'm
yeah.
like, damn, I want to listen to that.
Like what? Give me an example of a song.
Like, we gotta turn that off.
Like what? Maybe Scarface?
Some, the
Like
older
what?
music, like when we was younger, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Chatsy?
Like
Right
the
when you
Jay-Z hidden records.
yeah, or like, who was out when we was probably, when you might have just
Memphis
really started
Bleak.
getting into a good, that's a little bit late.
Nah, Memphis
I
was
don't
definitely
know.
our era.
I'ma say, like-
he talking about like
Noriega?
maybe AZ.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
something like that. I'm gonna say when you like 8, 9, you really starting to try
Well,
to
let me just
comprehend
cut
a
you
little
off.
rap. They been knowing all. I'm like, how
Cutting
y'all?
everybody
I'm gonna have
off.
to cut you off because let me just say this. It's not really about the era. If you think about it, good music, whether it's rap, gospel, alternative, good music really doesn't have an expiration date on it. So,
Yeah.
you could say it wasn't our era, but even if we play it today, certain songs are going to just get a reaction out of you
Yeah.
altogether. So was your question
But you
really
be-
We just saying
But
that
you
how
be
we came
knowing-
across
that
we know all the
song?
songs.
No, that ain't how you came across it. I know I've heard it.
right?
You see what I'm
But we be
saying?
knowing
But
all the
y'all be
words.
knowing
Yeah.
word for word.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's crazy with me?
Because we gangsters.
Sometimes too, I can
Make
hear
me
a song.
feel bad, really.
It maybe it's a mental thing because sometimes I can even hear a song that I haven't heard in like, let's say Ladies Night, and this is really weird. I might could rap like everybody verse without thinking about it, but I don't know. It's just like you
Sensory
don't
deprivation.
remember the
Oh,
lyrics to a
and
song.
maybe my mind slowed in or something, but y'all be going down, and I can't keep.
Maybe
up.
it's just a real love of music, but you seem like you love
It is a
music
real
too.
love of
I
music.
thought I did.
Don't compare your love to
That was-
nobody else's
Yeah.
love. That's the
subjective.
first rule
I
in love.
did.
Yeah,
Don't
the
compare
first
your
rule of love is
love.
don't compare your love to anybody
else.
else.
That's how you love.
Yeah.
Y'all make me question my love.
So
for
like
it.
it's
I don't
Friday
know.
night, y'all
Maybe I
getting
don't
dressed
love
in the mirror. Like what y'all playing? Like
depends on where we
Sade
going.
or y'all playing
No,
like
Sade's not getting
Jay-Z,
no play.
Biggie? Like
I'm gonna
what
be
y'all?
honest though.
Or y'all
at-
playing a little
well.
Casey.
Yeah, y'all playing. Oh.
I'ma tell you-
know that.
Oh.
They can play a little Casey too.
Oh, he said, "Look,
Can't
we
y'all
play
play a little
Lil' You."
Casey?
What we talking about?
Oh
Well,
yeah, you
got some
know, I
singles or
might hop
something
back
now?
in the booth any day now. Like, don't listen. I'm doing it all. You
Oh,
gonna
he
look up
sing
and
too,
I'm
eh?
gonna
Sister can
tell
really
it.
sing though. She
I'm
can
a,
not
I can
just a
sing
little
for
sing.
real
She
though.
can, like, sing,
Like,
sing.
I got video. I'm gonna send you the video so you can plug it right in here. So,
Oh.
I'm a BET Music Matters artist. I've been on MTV.
Yeah, she
I've
has
been
a
on
lot
BET,
history.
like,
Or do we gotta?
these are facts.
Do we gotta? I mean, like, what we?
I mean, I don't know.
Do we
What?
believe her?
Sister, they want to put you on the spot.
They not put me on the
Do we
spot.
believe her?
I
Ed? I don't know if I believe. I mean,
Give him a little something, girl.
I don't even have nothing to give. Girl.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying?
She's slid the water over there too. She's like,
She was like, they think you can't
They
sing,
think you
girl.
can't
I
sing,
know,
girl.
Hit that note, girl. Hit that note.
They think you
I'm
can't
like,
sing,
y'all
girl.
got a lot going on, man. And not to
we just,
get too personal on this, but
Let's get personal.
yeah, like let's get a little bit personal. I mean,
Let's get a
that's what they
little
really
bit.
want to
That's
hear,
what we
though.
here
You
for.
know,
Yeah,
like
let's
y'all
do
got a lot going on.
Do we?
And yeah, I mean, compared to like, let me just switch routes. You could sound or look like you got a lot going on to somebody, you know, so you could be
That's true.
a little bit intimidating to like men. So like that's where I want to
I'm
get there. for the
finding
next
that
one.
a
I see where
lot.
you're going.
I
These,
see where you're
these
going.
men are a
Okay.
little scared of me.
Okay, so
Go on
like
with the
cases, so
question.
like, you know, I feel like if you get your stuff going on, it shouldn't be nobody that really should intimidate you. But obviously, for women, women put a certain level of you gotta be a certain level. Women want a certain thing from men, or at least men feel that way. And men get insecure if they feel like they don't measure up to that level, or at least measure up to that woman's level. So for you being a man, for a man to measure up or at least live up to your level, that's a high level. So I know like that probably like narrows your pickings down a little bit.
A lot of it.
So like how y'all experiencing that, or like what are you experiencing like with that from the opposite sex?
You want to go first?
Or are you single, or are you married, or like how does that work? So like we gonna get into that side.
Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into the real deal.
I'm just go ahead. I'm just here right now.
Well, one thing I would like to say first that me and my sister always say before any man comes along is I think it's very important for women to get into themselves, because before a man can come along, you have to love, value yourself. And that sounds all nice and dandy on Instagram or on Facebook, but you have to love yourself enough where if you're not interested in anybody, you shouldn't be just in anybody's face. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of problems that women have is they super saturate themselves, and dating is cool and that's fine too, but when you are around people that you don't even see a future with just to be in the presence to feel, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now, if you know you don't want anything serious and you want to date around, sure, have at it. You know, I'm all for that. I don't believe in double standards, but also if you know you're looking for something, you kind of just dealing with people you don't really see a future with, then you are settling in a source. So I feel that just knowing what you want matters first, because if you don't know what you want and who you are, then you don't know what you want from somebody else. And I kind of tiptoed around that a bit.
Yeah, but like you answered my question. Okay, so
well,
now
I'm not
like
taking
you
personal.
It, yeah.
I'm
you're
not
taking personal.
I'm not taking personal questions about my love life.
I'm taking them about mine.
Yeah, my sister.
I'm taking them. What's good?
I actually
what
dance around the
Oh, God.
Fair enough,
Well,
Guys be scared of you, or like what it is.
No,
you know
well,
what
here's
I'm
the
saying?
thing.
Like,
So I was married for 9
up?
years, right?
Okay.
So when you're married, life is a little different. And then my husband like took care of.
She was
I didn't have to
taken
do
care
nothing
of.
but wake up. That is a fact.
That's
Okay.
a fact.
So once I got divorced, and then I got out here, and I'm like, what? No, this is not gonna work. This is not going to work.
Right.
You know. I just think that if you want a better man, you have to become a better woman, and that's so cliche, right? My family, like my sister is my best friend and my mom.
Sure.
When y'all see us
Yeah.
hanging out, that's not a game. It's not a gimmick. We do that every day. So for me to come outside of our bubble, you have to really bring something to the table. It's not even money, like to make me feel a certain way to want to leave my tribe. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I'm kind of popping right now. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, excuse
I'm
me.
kind of popping. You know, I
Oh.
got somebody I'm seeing and whatnot.
Okay.
But I mean, even with that, like you might be seeing somebody and he might not want to be your husband today, but
right.
I'm used to being the wife. So it's like, what
Yeah.
do you do? Some of that is ego. Some of that is just. So I just, I take my hands off of it. Like I show up. I put my best self forward. I don't date multiple like men at the same time. First of all, I can't even find two men I want to date at the same time.
Wow.
So I don't
Wow.
Come on, fella.
Yeah, like
just
come
know.
on, man. Like,
I
no,
like
man.
wood,
I
you know what I'm saying?
Come on, fella,
But
I
never
can't
to
even
find-
let us,
I
you know
can
what
never
I'm
find
saying?
two. It's like, one shoe. I can
Can't
never
see
find
that.
another.
Hold
I
on.
have
Now,
to
wait a
interrupt.
minute, wait a
Sorry.
minute.
Am I lying?
But
Wait
she
a
also
minute.
doesn't go. She's not really putting herself. She's not saying she doesn't see anybody. We just don't really go out and put ourselves in big situations, maybe necessarily.
No,
I mean, I'm
Tyler,
out
that's
and
not
about.
what she said.
But
I
I'm
was trying to
also.
fix it. All right, go
you
ahead.
trying to fix
She's trying to clean it
No,
up.
she
said-
Go ahead.
with the stank look on her face
I don't.
that I can't find.
Well, not that I'm looking, but here's the thing for me. Like, I like a man that can teach me something.
Okay,
You know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
that. I
Elevate me.
respect
It ain't
that.
about the
Yeah.
money. We
I
can get the
respect
money.
that.
It ain't even that. Like, I need to see what type of man you are. I need to see how you treat people. I need to see the true king in you. I need to see, can you handle situations? Do you fold under pressure? Are you a crybaby? Like, I need to see what I'm dealing with. So the money ain't nothing.
And
We
that
can
was
make
gonna be
some
my
money.
next question, because I was gonna say, for single women who, like I said, you don't need the man, to provide and all that. Like you already got all that squared
That's
away.
great.
So then, what is it that women are looking for? You know what I mean? Women.
Oh, we
that's
still looking for
already-
that, though.
I know,
Providers
I ain't
are real
saying-
big.
I ain't saying you know what I'm saying?
Go to the
Like,
scripture.
Let's be
Yeah,
clear.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
for the scripture.
I'm just talking about what God said. I'm just talking about what God said.
Providing
No,
real
we still
good.
looking for that. No, I'm saying, but that obviously is still not like a driving force though, because you.
It is.
It is.
It's still a driving force.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yes,
Being
because think about
provided?
it. The level of business I'm
money.
doing, I need a man.
Let's keep it real. Yeah, it is.
It
It's still a
is.
driving
Come
force.
on.
Yeah, like,
Whether
I
they got
mean-
money or not, it's still.
You're
a
gonna
driving
have
is to
force.
money.
yeah.
You're gonna have money, dude.
It's
Well,
a
how about
big
individual?
deal.
You're not gonna
Not
not
to
have
all
money.
women, but to some.
Yeah, it's a
Not-
big deal.
You can't group all women together, so it might be not a big woman to some, but I think maybe us
It's
coming
a-
from
it's to
older
all of
school
us.
values. I would prefer no matter what my husband, boyfriend, whoever make more than me. I'm sorry, I just prefer it to be that way.
I would prefer. Well,
Money
yeah.
is relative. So
I
like
would
what you would
prefer
call
us to
having
make
money
money
might not
together.
be, you know what I'm saying? So like,
Let's make money
having
together.
money
I
is
prefer for us to
relative.
make money together, but I definitely would still like for
At
him
least
to have
match
a
your
bigger
salary.
bet than me. No, I don't want
You
my
want him
money
to
to
have a
come
dick
close
bag
to
in you,
his.
period. Regardless.
But I
Are we
still
being
want us to
honest
come
here,
together
or
and
what
be
we
money.
doing?
If you bringing in 2.5, he got to be bringing in 3.
Yeah, because to me it's a little lazy. Like, I'm a woman, you're a man. God put you on this earth. You're stronger than me. I just want you to.
That's why men be intimidated.
I just
right
want to
there.
see your inner
No, but we can bring it
Not
in
like right
together.
there.
We can do it together though.
So like
We
you
can
say
also
like you
do it
making
together.
$3 million, I made $1 million. I need to be insecure about. You know
No.
what I'm saying?
No,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
I'm still doing my thing out here
You
though.
still
1
doing your
million.
thing.
That's true. I
She
just
said,
Like,
you
that's
still
what-
do your thing,
that
but
right there.
But I'm gonna boost you.
No,
I'm
seriously.
gonna boost you up, though. I'm
Like,
gonna boost you up.
no, like we
she
getting
gave you
real.
that.
No.
She, hey, look, she gave, you still doing your thing.
We getting
Cameraman
that
is
real,
going
though.
ham in here.
That's the type of stuff that make the men be funny about approaching women like that.
Well, we
Right.
understand that too, but those are the weak links that we're hoping
No.
die off
That's.
before they
I'm gonna
get
be
to
honest.
us.
So I'm
Yeah,
seeing
like,
this guy,
what's up?
right?
Okay.
And he has really made me come because I was a feminist.
You sure you
like-
want to go here though?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
okay,
gonna be
all right,
honest.
all
I
right.
was a total feminist.
Yeah, like she,
Might be listening.
she's
You might
bad.
want to I can be honest. I was a total feminist, like, cause you could really be on your hurt bag, and because you hurt and you really want to be with a man, but they keep disappointing you. You like, y'all ain't nothing. Y'all.
That's true. A
You
lot of
can,
women do that.
it's your
Sure.
lower self masquerading as the savior.
Sure.
I got caught up in that, like, y'all ain't on my level. But then you be like, dang. When the right person come along and really, love you right, you'd be like, dang, these men do got trauma. Dang, you right. I mean, men are really
Yeah.
traumatized.
That's
Think
true.
about it.
That's
We're not
true.
thinking about
That's-
it from their
that's
point of
true.
view. So I think understanding each other's battles, like we say, oh, a black man, black woman, but you don't really understand my day-to-day battle. I
Right,
mean,
right.
just like I don't really understand yours. So I
Right.
just think it's
Right.
about coming off your high horse. You know what I mean? Opening yourself up to love and whatever that looks like. It's not gonna be perfect. I'm divorced, so if I get with somebody, all that I want a woman who ain't got no kids is out the window.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
I don't even
yeah.
want a man that don't got no kids at my age. I'm almost 40.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to just take care of me, take care of my heart. You know what I mean? Put me first, I'll put you first, and we should cover each other. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm getting this paper. How about it?
And Tab say no scrubs.
It's not that. Here's the deal. I'm very old school,
no
and if I could
shame.
have it my way, I would
Yeah,
probably
I
be in the
understand.
kitchen barefoot.
She would have
with
20
10
kids.
Yeah, and I would just
Okay.
be at home and cook all day. I mean, that's
She
not our
would.
realistic world anymore. I would prefer for my husband to make more than me, yes, but I'm still gonna bring money in the house,
Yeah.
and
I
I
would
still
prefer
want to
my
have
husband
family
to make
business.
more
But I
money
do
than me,
honestly prefer for my husband to be the breadwinner. I mean, I'm gonna have his
Mm-hmm.
back if need be, but just from growing up, like I said, I'm super old school, but I also like cooking all the meals all day long, and a
All
lot of
day
women
long.
don't.
She
So
cook all the
for how
meals.
comfortable I want to make your home and your life, I do want to be compensated in certain ways. 'Cause
taken care
it's a
of.
trade-off. I mean, and it doesn't have to be financial for some people. It can be
I
emotional
like
for
this
some.
That
conversation.
sounded
But
almost
it
good.
is
Like
a
I almost was like
trade-off.
convinced with that.
Because
that
think
that,
about
that
it.
rolled
If
off
you
good.
are a
Yeah, I was
man-
like, okay, I'm
You was
gonna
almost
fuck with that.
convinced.
Almost
Yeah.
like, oh.
If you are a man
You had
and
to
you're
step out
working
there.
and you're out
It's the
all
voice of the
day,
tone.
She almost had
Yeah,
you.
y'all
It
was
is a
having
voice
that
of
But
the
it
tone, though.
is
It
because
is.
think
Go
about
ahead.
this. So sometimes do you men feel like y'all are out at war? Sometimes it might not be a real war, but I mean it is a war out here. When you go out, you're a black man. You're
Yeah.
trying to fight for your family, your bag,
rights.
your sanity, a piece of you that's not a father anymore. Because we all are. Just still having our life and trying to live.
She sound good
Y'all
on
got the
pot.
best cameraman
So if you
ever.
can come home to a warm cooked meal to your kids yelling, "Daddy," I mean
Pay
that's a
me.
good feeling,
Right.
Not pay us, we the family. Pay
Yeah.
the family. You got to pay the family, but
Now, honestly, like, now I'm just joking. I'm big on that too. Like, I feel like it shouldn't be like a dollar amount, but like, yeah, like your man should be a good provider. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like, and if he ain't that right there, he got to be super strong everywhere else. So
hey, but you can build them up too. It doesn't have to be like if you see the potential. But sometimes I
Yeah.
feel like women get caught up. Potential is fine, but you have to see action behind potential. Sometimes I feel like a woman to look at a man and be like, I can dust him off as like a dog somewhere.
maybe
I can clean him, I can cut him, I can dust him off, I can teach him how to sit down. Like, I'm all for working with you, but like I said, I mean, we also have children also. So if you are teaching someone else and like raising somebody, you don't want to raise a third person, man, or
Especially a
woman.
grown man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't
Raising
want
a
to raise a
grown man.
woman either. So I mean, we don't want to just raise people.
But I like to work. Like my relationships, I've always worked and made money with who I was with. So I would like to do that. Like we gonna make money together. That's just
Yeah, and I saw her doing that.
What's the difference between like you think raising and like
working with.
between like teaching and like
So you
I'll
said like what
tell
it
you
come
that.
between like having a grown boy as a
Here's the
husband
difference.
or a grown
Willingness
man?
to
Both of them may
participate.
start the same,
Okay.
but raising and teaching are different because if you are teaching someone, you shouldn't have to keep repeating what you're trying to get through to their head so many times. If you're raising them, then you have to keep.
Application.
Yeah, you shouldn't be like
Yeah.
talking to a child. It should be, I mean, you can stumble a time or two. And I'm not talking about immediate change.
Yeah.
But it should be a gradual. We should all be evolving as people. No one wants to raise another adult, like I said. I mean,
I'm 35 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't
Y'all
raising no
real
more,
young.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have some type of training at this point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But the
Like,
same
ain't nobody
goes for
raising
men
nobody
too.
at this point.
Yeah, the same goes for men. I'm not saying just
You know
for
what I'm
women.
saying?
I don't think a man wants to meet a woman and you have to teach her how to get herself together and teach her all these things, teach her how to cook, teach her how to do these things. I mean,
How to act right, what to wear when
Yeah,
you
you
go
just
in
need to
certain
be
places.
equally
teach
yoked.
her how to talk to you in public. She talking all
Yeah,
crazy,
she talking all
like
crazy to you.
she can't even save it for the car. God,
Yeah, like girl, you embarrassing. Like,
yeah.
For the car.
vice versa, I've been in that situation too, so I get it.
Yeah, I like that.
That's good though. Listen, before we get out of here, is there anything else that we need to know that we have not touched? Anything last comments or statements that y'all want people to remember y'all by, how they can find your place of business or anything like that?
Yeah, 'cause we kind of went to like both ends, right? Yeah, we kind of went for like the work side first, and we ended
Yeah.
up over here. Like we was on the West
Well, we
Coast, we
gotta-
ended up on the
well,
East
I mean,
Coast. Now
you
y'all want to wrap it up.
You
or-
got to get to the important stuff, but then you want the people to learn a little bit about them as well. You know what I'm saying? The way they got going on and all that kind of stuff too. So I think we covered it all, but I don't want to get out of here without them getting one last word in
One last
and just.
plug.
Oh no, they gonna plug.
Yeah.
We gonna plug.
Oh no,
Yeah.
like they are the plug.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a fact. I would just implore you guys to really, if you're in business, it does not make sense to put out that energy and you're not getting more than what you're putting back. You know what I mean? Like all this 80s, 70s, 60s old mind frame, like we really have to level up. It's about to be 2020. We got the internet, we got cryptocurrency, we got all kind of things popping to make it possible for you to really just get what you came to get. You know what I mean? Whatever you're doing. I deal with people that make CBD oil and I still help them. You know what I mean? Like it's all kinds of lanes out
word?
here to make money. Just go for attach yourself to the biggest organization you can find. I would say that. And I would say hit me up. Like it's thousands of contracts I can show you on paper every day coming up for women and minority companies. It might be a little intimidating at first, but I did it with nobody teaching me. So I'm here to teach you. So I would say really just apply the knowledge, get it. Don't just hear somebody talking, like check it out, and level up. Take advantage of what's out here to get. I'm at the Compass Circle on Instagram. I'm the Compass Circle on Facebook. Or you can go to my website, which is www.thecompasscircle.com. And I'm here and I'm available and I'm willing to help.
Cool.
Once again, she does that whole spiel.
Oh yeah, like she get the whole. I like
I really
that.
do
You know what I'm
this,
saying?
though.
Like,
like stumble or anything. Okay,
Yeah.
well, my spill is like I said, I have a new preschool, a CDC, a child care center on the corner of Rosemont and in
Dahlia.
the Independence and Dahlia, off of Green Run, in the Green Run area. I'm sorry. What's my spill? Let me know if you want to enroll your child. Like I said, we take ages 2.5 on up. We are licensed. We have our subsidies in place, child care aware, and Virginia Social Services.
Phone numbers, emails.
Our phone number is 757-301-3903. We're doing a great enrollment special right now where we're waiving our registration fees.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really
Back
good.
to
School
school,
is coming
that's
up. Back
major.
to school. Yeah, like I said, we're significantly lower than a lot of the child day centers in the area. We provide so many more programs. So that's it. 1591 Dahlia Drive, Suite 102.
Cool.
Little Achievers.
Cool.
Little Cheevers.
So we appreciate you. Got anything else for him, Jude?
I'm good.
We appreciate
After
y'all
that,
coming
I ain't got no
through
spew.
and kicking it with us this morning.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Repeatedly,
If y'all
Okay.
want us back,
Want
let them
some
know,
lunch.
please.
The camera got
wow.
low.
Talking to the camera.
Where can they let y'all know that they want us
Oh,
back?
they comfortable now. Oh.
Sign this subscription box. Tell them to
He'll
have
drop
us
a
back,
link
yeah.
somewhere.
Somewhere down there.
All right, they're trying to take over the show. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here. This your boy, Ljay Brown.
There's no nickname Jude.
This is the Kickback, man, live in each and every Saturday, 6 a.m. Wake up.